follow a legend.
Oh, hey. I'm sorry. I was trying to get a little tea before we started. I'm behind on DJ Richie Sky. So um I know Carlos did an interview with Nene. And we're gonna talk about it. I'm not finished watching it.
Me, Kenya.
He did Kenya recently. And they got part two, I think is coming out soon. Um and so we'll talk about that in a second. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Size Up. I decided to use that tonight because we're gonna be talking about TV, but not that much because we kind of been busy and I ain't been watching much. Which I feel like I'm saving it because the folk on strike. So because the people on the strike, I don't think it makes sense for me to watch everything. But there are some things I got to get caught up on because I've been super busy out here in these streets, bartending and whatnot. So,
Oh, Mrs. Bartender.
huh?
I said, okay, Mrs. Bartender.
I'm just saying I've been bartending, so I've been busy, booked and busy. So I haven't had the opportunity to sit down and really watch. And I really gotta have some time to like work on some stuff. So I hopefully and prayerfully will be able to sit down and do that real soon because I got the Mother's Day brunch that is happening in May. Come hell or high water is happening. So I'm working on that. And just working on some other stuff. So I just gotta get some stuff lined up and together. Um, so with that being said, um, with that being said, we are going to start off with um rest in peace to Ron Cephus Jones. If you guys are not familiar with who Ron Cephus Jones is, not only is he the parent of Jasmine Jones, I don't know if she do the Cephus or not, but the Jones, Jasmine Jones, who is on the show that I like to look at called Blind Spot. Um, she's also a original member of the Hamilton cast. She played two characters on there. I'm super excited about, just I was super excited. I'm sorry about the fact that the both of them they love the stage. They just jumped on acting really really quickly. He's been acting for many many years of the stage, but he had a pulmonary disorder that caused him a lot of pain. And as a result of that, he's been in the hospital. I know during the pandemic he was in the hospital for an undisclosed amount of time, and battling that disease, and he's had it for quite some time. That reminded me of um, Bernie Mac with when he had the sarcoidosis.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of that, and I was like, "Oh my God!" To not know that somebody who is great at what they do and great at their craft, to not know that they're going through that pain or that struggle. That's something really different. It hits a little differently. So, I want to send my condolences out to his family, his daughter. I know this is hard, and I'm praying that she'll get through this, and his family will get through it. We're gonna miss you. I loved him. Of course, on This Is Us, y'all. He was notably the biological father of what's that baby's name?
Randall.
Randall. I'm sorry. On This Is Us. I am not here tonight. He's the biological father of Randall on This Is Us. He also played on Truth Be Told. He played Poppy's dad, Octavia Spencer's dad, on Truth Be Told, which is, let me tell y'all something. They canceled Truth Be Told, but if you don't go on over to Apple Plus, if you like a good like crime thriller series, it's really really good. And she is all about getting the folk. Okay, she acted a little white because white people go and investigate stuff when they ain't supposed to and put themselves in dangerous situations. But it's a really really good show. Tammy is on that show as well. Let me tell y'all something. Tammy Roman is getting these checks. I don't care what nobody say. Tammy is working. She has utilized that basketball wives till it no longer served her, and she is booked and busy. Okay, So shout out to Tammy Roman because she's doing her thing. The Miss Pat show, they have paused on shooting. There are new episodes of the Upshaws, by the way, FYI. I just want to put that out there so y'all know that.
I still haven't watched the first season.
You haven't watched the first season? It was let me tell y'all something. It's really funny. It's a PG-13 version of the Miss Pat show. It's hilarious because it's retarded Mike Epps. And Wanda Sykes is like, let me tell y'all something. Anything Wanda Sykes is in, I don't care if it's bad. Her parts be funny. You know what I'm saying? Wanda Sykes is like, in my opinion, I want to say she's like a comedic genius. You know what I'm saying? Like that girl come up with stuff and you be like, oh God, she's hilarious. So it's really, really funny. Kim Fields is amazing in it as well. Those kids are funny. The different situations that they're in and they're put in, it's really a hilarious show. So I try just give it a chance, Wendy. I didn't know you had seen episode 1 of the show. God darn. Um, by the way, Jamie Foxx said he ready to be out back out in the streets for real, for real. He tired. And Rowan has he trying to get back with Katie Holmes. I don't know what that's about. But I'm glad that he wants to get out, and I hope he's 100% better. I know he did not get to do any of the press junkets and the advertising or that they have to do for movies. So they cloned Tyrone, for instance. He didn't get to do any of that because he was dealing with his health. So I'm hoping and praying that brother man gets it together because this movie that he's supposed to be doing with what's her name? Oh my God. What's her name? The Tyler Angel. Not Drew, but the other Cameron Diaz, who Cameron had retired from acting, and apparently Jamie Foxx convinced her to come on back. So, so Cameron Diaz, Jamie Foxx, I'm interested in this. I want to see it. So I'm super excited. So hopefully and prayerfully, he'll get to do his press junkets and whatever. I know they're going through a writer strike right now. So it's kind of like a fine line. Some artists are choosing not to promote the movies and the shows that are coming out. Like Mindy Kaling, for instance, when the last season of Never Have I Ever came out, she did not do any promos for it at all. And by the way, Issa Rae's show, Rap Shit, is pushed back because she's not doing any promotions. So HBO pushed it back. I was super excited because I thought I was gonna get to see Tommy, and I thought I was gonna get to see what else is coming out for the holiday weekend. It's a lot of shows that are supposed to be premiering during the holiday weekend. They were one of them. They got pushed back. So I don't like it. By the way, are we ready for Samantha's return?
It's not really a return.
I got you. I get it. I understand. Everybody probably feels that way, but I'm interested in seeing how they make this work. Although we got the spoiler alert that, she wasn't nowhere near them and nobody could be on set with her when she recorded her scene. I didn't like
Which
it.
is, I'm like, come on now. Y'all are adults.
Y'all are grown and realize y'all are old.
You old. You
You have to be like
old.
60 some years old. Why are we holding on to be
Right.
ago?
Okay. It's a check. Just think of it as a check.
I mean,
Don't
she's
you know
working
there
now.
are
It's
a
not like
lot
she
of
ain't working. Now Kim is booked and busy. She done did a movie. She done 2 or 3 series. How I Met Your Father. The other one that I liked with the little gay boy in it with the makeup line, and then she did just did a movie not too long ago. Kim is booked and busy. Okay, she is working, but I think we should get over certain things. I understand demanding your respect in the industry, but baby, that was all of that is petty. Like, why? We want Samantha. So I guess she said, well, I'll get in this car and act like I'm driving somewhere and talk to her on the phone. But I mean, that's all I'm gonna give y'all. Um, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Um, I've caught up on the series because I was a little behind. Do you think she and Aiden are gonna make it?
I don't know, because if you didn't watch it last week, it's a point in the show where Carrie is now she's kind of afraid of what her relationship could be like
And
because
it's a
something
fear because something always happens to them, right?
right. And but this time it's not them, it's something happening to his son.
Right.
Did you see it?
I did. I saw it. That's what I said. I'm all
Okay,
caught
then
up.
we can talk about it. Okay. So, of course, Aiden's son Wyatt,
Hmm.
um, I guess I'm thinking Wyatt is upset because his parents are divorced.
How long have they been divorced though?
I don't know. But kids. But anyway, and then he's also adjusting to his dad having a new girlfriend, which he really doesn't like her. I can sense that.
Yeah.
And and you know what? And I'm gonna give it big props to Carrie because she tries to include his children,
About that
especially
apartment.
about that apartment,
Hmm.
which I can see now. Look, Miranda, let Miranda be your roommate, please.
I mean, cause well, now we did see that Miranda went to go talk to Steve, so we're gonna see how that works. Cause Steve was like, he said he was moving out, but Steve is still there,
Hmm.
and Steve said, "I ain't getting no divorce. I don't care what you do. I'm not getting no divorce. We're not doing it." So I don't know. She might be crawling on back to Steve because
I don't know.
her and Shay didn't work out. Uh, and I kind
Um,
of knew that was gonna happen.
but I think it's she's gonna eventually say, you know what, you need to be with your kids.
I think she's going to give up that too, but then Miranda really gonna have to be her roommate if Steve don't take Miranda back into the
But she
apartment.
doesn't need to move back into that old apartment. She needs to let she did right by selling it.
She did need to let that go. She did, and so she sell it to the girl that makes jewelry. Okay,
Hmm.
that's what I was trying to get. I was trying to put two and two together because I know she
Either
said
that or she sublet it. I don't know.
one of the two. And I mean, to own real estate is a great thing. And Karen don't need it. She got the money, so you know,
She got the big money.
right? She got the big money, so um, so we'll see how that turns out. I don't think that Aiden is gonna really. I don't know. I don't know how that is.
And I mean, for him, the actor to be just cry like that.
Oh, baby, he
Oh,
cried.
I was like, oh my gosh, I felt that. I kind of didn't like how they did Stanford Black's character. I mean, Stanford Black, a monk, really.
Yeah, that was like so off
I
brand
was
for him.
like,
That was so off brand. I didn't
and
like it.
then they photoshopped him in a photo with a
But so
colorful robe and stuff. I'm
yeah,
like,
so what I read was that Michael didn't want to kill his character off. But I'm like, who you gonna replace him with if y'all continue this journey these people in their old years? Like, how were you
mhm.
gonna keep that going? He's just gonna be a monk. They didn't want to kill him off the show. So he gave Anthony, is that his name? Anthony,
Everything.
everything. You have everything. I give up all my worldly possessions. Okay, cool. That's cute. So they want to kill him off. And I get it. I understand. Because I like the actor, he played one of my favorite characters on TV, and it wasn't this one. It was on White Collar. His name was Mozzie. He was my favorite character. I was like, this is it. I love it. Him and I don't know if you remember the Law show that um Zach Morris. I know his name, but I can't think of it right now.
I
Zach
know what you're
Morris.
talking about though.
Yeah, so there is the guy who plays Issa Rae's love interest in Lovebirds. That's how I got introduced to him. So he played this hypochondriac who was an attorney, but he did like all the research and stuff in the office. He uh his name was Pindar. And so those are my two favorite characters on TV, period, because they were like so hilarious. And I see somebody that I know in each one of them. It was amazing. I loved it. So at any rate, but he played one of my favorite characters on TV. So I dig it. I hate that he's gone. Um things are happening left and right. There's a new strand of COVID out. FYI. One of my coworkers went to Florida and she can't come to work because she got the vid. So it's it, it's a lot of that is going around. Y'all make sure y'all protect yourselves. I hope we don't have another shutdown, but just in case, y'all gonna rack up on your tissue and your Clorox and all of that now. Gonna rack up on all that stuff right now before it gets bad again. So I hope it doesn't, but everybody's feeling the wrath from the things. Let's get into our topics. So KeKe Palmer, y'all know I love shade. I feel like I am the shadiest person that I know. Okay. I just think that I am just a shady person. Just in general. I like shade. KeKe Palmer did a video with Usher after the whole debacle about you and mama, how you out here in these streets with your booty cheeks out. And
But you let her go out there with her booty
but you
cheeks
let
out.
her go out there like that. That's the other thing that bothered me about that whole scenario. So let me also say this, guys who hurt you. I am appalled by how many people who are chuckling and laughing at the fact that this man potentially dumped her over the Usher situation. Now, keep in mind, Darius said, I don't know who y'all talking to, but I ain't told nobody that I done broke up with KeKe. Okay. That does not mean that they are still together, but he said he ain't told nobody that he
Look,
broke up with KeKe.
ain't he filing for full custody? And ain't
That
he
ain't
want
right. That's not
and
correct.
ain't oh
That's
that's
not
not correct.
no,
Okay,
that's
because I
incriminating.
read
First
it
of
that
all,
he
that
was
news story came from MTO, Media Takeout.
man, because I saw that. I said, this dude trying to
That
get the
came from
house.
Media
They
Takeout.
ain't even
That is
married.
not correct.
I
They're not
know, but I was
married.
just tripping. I was just tripping. I said, how you trying to get her whole house and y'all ain't even married?
You're not married. So that was the other thing. I said, you're not married. You ain't been together long enough to declare common law marriage. There is no way on God's green planet anybody is going to grant you that. The full custody thing, sir, can you take care of the baby? I don't think so.
No.
So, yeah, that ain't going to fly. But I knew something was up with that when I saw that. And I was like, who came up with that and why? So, no. KeKe is paid. She's probably sleeping well, doing her thing. She did her video. The video was cute. It was cute. It gave me she kind of did the kind of like a rendition of what's the name of that song? Situations will I'ma be all right tonight. You don't have to call. That basically was like a kind of like a ode to you don't have to call. If y'all compare the videos, she slide into the bathroom and throw the robe out. She comes down the steps and she's dancing with the crew. That whole thing that gave me those vibes, right? So listen, it was cute. She threw her little shady comment. By the way, I am a mother. I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was great. It was awesome. So, um, y'all make sure that y'all support old KeKe. Now, I got some friends that don't like KeKe because they say KeKe too much. I like extra. I'm a
He
calm
all right with
person,
me.
but I like the extraness and I'm loving it. And I love that, KeKe has been like this big all her life. And then she done had that baby and she done picked up some weight. She got some curves and she's loving her curves and loving her thickness. And I love that about her. Like, come on, girl. Yes, do that. So we'll see how this works or how this turns out. I just think, first of all, I believe that what we need to stop focusing on. Everybody says she traded up or gave away her family for Usher. No, because she's not with Usher. Usher, from my understanding, has a whole wife. Okay, y'all forget that he broke up with Tamika and married some other girl. So let that man be great. Let that girl be great. It's entertainment, y'all. She broke up her family. What? Y'all stop. Y'all are doing think pieces and dissertations, and y'all ain't even got a college degree. Like, stop. Like, real talk. Make it stop. Make it make sense. Did your mom and daddy break up and you're triggered by this? Like, I don't understand. It's too much. So I need people to like mind the business that pays you. Okay. And start these for business. Now it's good to talk about it. It's fun to talk about it. But yeah, like, don't know. So Michael Orr uh was in the news recently. He's coming out with a book. First of all, let's clear some things up before I start this story. Michael Orr's likeness and story was used. I don't know that Michael Orr gave permission for that to happen. Secondly, Michael Orr was not adopted. Okay, we thought the movie showed that he got adopted by the Tui family. He was not adopted. Now, Michael had been saying for years that the way the movie happened, that ain't really what happened. You know, they put this whole thing on. He always said, well, they probably sensationalized the story for Hollywood. But basically, he's saying it's a flat out lie. So let's talk about how Michael was already a 5-star athlete before the Tui family even rolled up on him. Okay. He was already a 5-star athlete. Um, when he turned 18, he signed a conservatorship, which when you're 18, you don't understand a lot of things. Okay. He did not understand what it was he was signing. He thought it was an adoption. In fact, it was a conservatorship. You can be adopted as an adult. I checked. You can. At the age of 18, you can totally be adopted, especially if you're still in high school. At the time, he was still in high school. Um, but he did not know what he was signing. Basically, it was like, here, sign here. So that was that. The book was written about the supposedly about the Tui family and their savior of him and pulling him out of his situation, which they were saying the only reason why they did this is because they wanted him to go to Ole Miss. So let's talk about that.
What my thing is
If I'm
this?
a 5-star athlete on my own, Ole Miss
Why
ain't
do I
checking
need
for
a
me.
conservatorship? I was still trying to think about that. Um,
Ole
I'm
Miss ain't checking for
sure.
me.
I'm saying I'm sure. Number one, he got a scholarship and he's an adult.
Cause Ole Miss ain't checking for me. I'm a 5-star athlete already on my own. I was playing football at Manassas. Y'all came and plucked me from Manassas and took me out here to this private school, Christian Brothers, wherever it was.
Briarcrest.
Briarcrest. Thank you. You plucked me from where I was, and keep in mind, Michael has never have tried to sugarcoat his story, right? He never tried to say I came from a great family life. No, he was in the foster care system. He had some times where he didn't know where he was going to stay and that sort of thing. So he talks about that. He has his book that's coming out. So he talks about all of it. But he was in the foster care system, okay? That's where he was, okay? So you mean tell me wasn't nobody checking for Michael Orr? I don't believe it. I do not. So
I'm still confused though. So
so the
you base
conservatorship, let's talk about that.
right.
Because you know that this young man is gonna be great. Okay. You know this young man is gonna be great. What you did was you said I basically when I think conservatorship, I think Britney Spears. That's what I think. And if y'all remember Britney's situation, although right now somebody need to be out there with Britney because they getting a divorce. That man is divorcing her. And I'm hoping to God she signed a prenup. I am praying that Britney signed a pre-nuptial agreement because that little dude right there, I knew something was up with him when they got together, but I ain't talking about Britney right now.
I don't care about Brittany. Okay, go ahead.
I love Britney Spears. I do. I love her. And I feel real bad because the way her dad was like, she was a slave for real.
And her mama.
Well, her mama didn't really have much to say about it. It was her dad.
I know, but
It was her
that's what I'm
dad.
saying. Her mama didn't have much to say about it.
Her mama didn't have much to say about it because I don't know if her mom and dad is still together, but
No,
her
they're
mom
not. But my thing is
yeah,
this:
her mom didn't
your,
have much to say about it,
your
but
mama
you ain't
didn't
gonna be
say
my child like this.
nothing.
No, but her dad was her manager for so many years, so that was the way he kind of controlled it. Kind of like when I watched the Whitney movie, I didn't know her daddy was in control of her stuff. I had no clue. I ain't know. So, and Whitney was broke because her daddy was spending her money. People didn't know. People didn't realize that. So, when I think conservatorship, I think you're taking control over this person's career. So because he had a conservatorship, this is what Michael is saying. Michael is saying because he had a conservatorship, people in the league didn't take him seriously. They thought because he had this thing in place, they thought that he was stupid. He didn't know what he was doing. He know what he was talking about. He didn't understand things. That's what he thought. So he had that stigma on him from team to team. I don't know if the Tuohys negotiated any of his contracts. I'm not sure. But from my understanding, the conservatorship gave them control over negotiating contracts for him, making sure things were signed and taken care of. These were the things that were put in place.
And
Now,
making sure they got some kind of cut out of it.
I don't know if they got any type of cut out of the NFL stuff, but I do know that they did get a cut of the movie. According to the family's attorney, Michael got $100,000 out of the deal. Now, from my understanding, the film grossed $300 million. From my understanding, they were supposed to get 300,000 up front or something like that up front, and then they were supposed to get 2.5% of the proceeds from the movie. Now, I don't know what the proceeds added up to, but if I'm just doing the math, 2.5% of $300 million. That's at least 1,000,003. I'm just saying. So they said that they split the money up evenly between the Tuohy family and Michael Oher. And one report says that Michael said he didn't want the money. Another report was saying that he got the money. I'm confused. I don't know what to believe. And so now I'm side eyeing this because the blind side was a lie. And so um so he filed the legal petition to come out of the conservatorship. And they did profit from his story, in my opinion. He didn't have any physical or mental disabilities when it was put in place. Okay. So why was he allowed to do that? And he's been in his conservatorship since he was 18 years old. They said, according to Tennessee law, this is a procedure in Tennessee to adopt an adult. Um, which is why, so that's why they were saying, why, oh my bad, I'm sorry, in the state of Tennessee there is a procedure to adopt an adult, so they don't understand why they went for a conservatorship. um but basically it gave them power over, or which is confusing in how it was written. So, according to the conservatorship filing reviewed by people, a judge placed Oher in a conservatorship with the Tuohys and declared the Memphis area couple should have all powers of attorney to act on his behalf, and further that Oher shall not be allowed to enter into any contracts or bind himself without direct approval of his conservators. So, I'm side eyeing this whole thing now.
Mm-hmm.
So, the conservatorship should have only given them the power to make medical decisions for him.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he didn't have any physical or psychological. He graduated from U of Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
He was drafted by the Baltimore Ravens. He
Mm-hmm.
did good at Ole Miss. And actually they said he did really well. He excelled in the classroom. He made the dean's list.
Hmm.
Um, he played 8 seasons in the NFL and also wrote 2 books about his life. The most recent.
He took my cousin to the prom, to the Broadcrest prom.
Oh, okay.
I did her
Uh,
makeup, so I
so
met
yeah,
her. She's nice.
that's what I'm not understanding. It just doesn't make sense. And so now they're saying, oh,
You
they
know what? I'm
heard
gonna tell you what happened. His wife was like, "Something ain't right,"
he just got married not too long ago, and I
but
think
he's been with her since they've been in college, and they
so. Why
got
she ain't
3
said
kids
nothing to
together.
now?
They got 3 kids together.
Oh
They was
no.
they were together for 17 years.
Oh no. Why she ain't said nothing to now?
Because she probably really couldn't say anything because she wasn't his wife.
Okay. I
You see
still
what
would
I'm
put a
saying?
bug in mine. I still would put a bug in his ear. Hey dog, run. Ah, this is interesting.
Yeah.
But it gave them medical and financial decisions. They said that he did all his own finances. He entered his own contracts. He has his own agents. They made millions off the movie. Michael made nothing. Last week they said that the two is actually made $700,000 total, which was supposed to be divided between their two biological kids, and Oher. 2.5. Let me do this. $300 million. They got. I think 300K up front. $300 million times.
Hmm.
Oh, hold on. Let me go back. I take that back. Maybe I did that wrong. Did I do that wrong? You just moved the comma, right? Look, I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay.
300 million times 0.025. That's 7.5 million.
They
That's
got more money.
seven
They lying.
point five million dollars. Now I don't know what the proceeds was, but the thing said the movie grow. So you got at least $1 million. You can't tell me that you ain't get $1 million off of that thing. Come on, man. Make it make sense because it does not to me.
The math ain't mathing.
It ain't. That is crazy. That is really, really crazy. So
Mhm.
it's not
And then, are you going to talk about how they want Sandra Bullock to give back their award?
let me tell
She
y'all
ain't
something.
got
Y'all
nothing to do
need
with it.
Sandy alone. Sandra, all she did was did a job. The people y'all need to be coming down on is the people who actually sold the story to Hollywood. All Sandra did was get paid to be an actress in the movie. Okay? That's all.
And y'all leave her alone. She just lost her dude. Leave Sandra alone.
Did she? She just lost somebody.
No, her dude, her guy, her boyfriend.
Oh, he died. He surely did. Leave that girl alone. I just thought about that. Leave her alone. Sandra Bullock ain't did nothing to y'all. All she did was somebody paid her to do a movie, and she did. And I mean, that's that on that. I hope that they end the conservatorship, and if the two is did indeed, in fact, make money off of Michael, or they need to definitely pay that man his money. That's all I'm saying. They said that Michael came to them and asked them for $15 million, and they was like, "Nah, dog, we ain't give you no $15 million." So he sued. If I come to you and say, "Hey, so listen, Our trust is irrevocably broken. Okay. And from my understanding, you more than likely profited off of me. Then I need some money, my guy. I need you to follow up off of now 15 million. Did you make 15 million off of me? I don't know. Because at this point, they're gonna have to get a forensic accountant to go through everything to see what the Tuies received as a result of Mike and go from there. We'll see how this turns out. But get it, pay that man his money. Now, a lot of people did say, is this a ploy for him to sell his new book? Don't know about that. He did not write The Blind Side, by the way. A family friend wrote The Blind
But
Side.
but you know one thing he did do in his first book that he wrote, he did acknowledge that he did sign the conservatorship.
Right.
So the way the news when they first started off, they made it seem like he was blindsided thinking that he was adopted, but no, he signed a
But he didn't
conservatorship.
understand what the conservatorship was.
Right. But I was just saying that's what it made it appear to be.
But the movie made it seem like he was adopted.
So
So y'all, y'all forgive me. I ain't ate nothing all day. I was in the nail shop drinking wine. And I thought to myself, Self, why is you drinking this wine and you ain't had nothing to eat today? Ah,
is that what you was telling yourself?
I was. Because I was sure sipping on that wine. On my second glass when I thought to myself, Self. So yeah, I just I hope they sort it out. I know they've had a long standing relationship over the years. And that was like his family. Um, but we also have to acknowledge that if y'all did that boy wrong, y'all did that boy wrong, and y'all need to right that wrong. Period. So I feel. Um, we're gonna talk about the.
Hey.
Hold on. I'm sorry. One of my friends is in the hospital, so I'm getting updates. Um, so Battle of the Baby Mamas, y'all. I don't know if y'all still watch Real Housewives. I mean, not Real Housewives, Real Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm sorry. I just want to do the Real Housewives of nothing. Um, so Erica, not Minna, um, but Erica, who is Scrappy's baby mom, uh, had a conversation with Rashida, and Rashida asked about the relationship between Bambi and Erica and how that was working out. And so for so many years, Bambi and Erica they've had a tumultuous relationship, not because of Scrappy, but because of them. And let's also be clear. So let's start off with Bambi being in the hot tub, kissing all up on Benzino when she first came to the Love and the Hip Hop. And then years later trying to shade one of the other ladies that was on the show because she heard or felt like she took that girl's man. But girl, you was in the hot tub when Benzino and Kirk was married at the time. Okay. Not only that, you were dating Scrap behind Erica's back because while they were engaged, that's when we started trying to push up on Scrap. So I never had a problem with Bambi for the most part, but I don't like the hypocritical that's attached. I don't like it. You being a hypocrite. Then you had the folks calling on Erica so they can investigate her to because you claimed that Imani told you that she was being abused by her mom. I believe that Erica was abusing her child. That ain't never been a thing. Imani has been really, really close with her mom. For you as a stepmother to do that, that was out of pocket. She claims that Scrappy did it, and then Scrappy wanted to get custody of the money. Scrappy ain't really spoke on that. He just said he heard something, and I feel like he just went along with what his wife was saying. That's my personal opinion. That's how I feel. To add insult to injury, everybody has been fighting your battles this season because you and Scrappy are going through this divorce. All of the women have been like, Scrappy, you got to order, you got to line, blah, blah, blah. One of the people that stood 10 toes down for you, Sierra, I meant to mention this to you before we got on here. Sierra Gates been standing 10 toes down for you since the whole situation with Scrap went down and y'all been going back and forth. Let's talk about how you and Erica done dumped post Sierra to the side because Erica's ain't-ish ex-husband was trying to holler at Sierra. Sierra told Bambi first, and Bambi was like, "Well, don't tell Erica because she probably gonna have a problem." Sierra went on and told Erica they were not supposed to mention it on the show, and she blindsided Sierra on the show. And Sierra was looking so uncomfortable, and like I thought we said we were not gonna talk about this. So Erica did it. So she can get her check and secure her spot on the show, I guess. I don't know. But it was out of pocket. Sierra did a whole live and she talked and discussed about how Bambi and Erica are no longer her friends. Period. She explained the situation. She explained what happened. And I believe Sierra. I believe because Safari, we see who Safari is. We believe Safari is for the streets and the streets are for Safari. Okay. So
No matter how big his Talawaka is.
and it's pretty big according to things and reports of pictures that have been seen. But we just have to understand that that man is who he is. But you were also still sleeping with him in y'all divorce. So he comes to the house, he sweet talk you, and y'all. So you still sleeping with him, which is why you acting a fool over Scrappy every time you turn around because he's still putting it down. So Humane Society posts online reminders that loud noises can. How do I feel about this? I think y'all did Sierra wrong. I also want to talk about Sierra's. Let me say this to y'all. Several stainless steel balloon animals. According to reports, Sierra claims she only got weight loss surgery, but sis, you look like a totally different person. No, man, you were gorgeous. You were pretty before you started doing all this stuff to your face. The same with Carly Red.
Carly, I'm like, come on now. Lord Jesus.
And let's talk about her Andy Shady Sheree on national TV, and rightfully so, because Sheree, you look a little different. Like, what's going on? Did you get your face done? And everybody was like, he was wrong for that. But no, he wasn't. Because she been saying she ain't got her face done. But she lying. Since you done got a little Botox, you done got some fillers. You look like actually, you kind of favor Martell's ex-wife. I'm just going to put that out there. You kind of favor Martell's ex-wife. I don't know if you're trying to secure your solidification in his life, but baby, you do not look like the same Sheree. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all stop doing this to your black don't crack. It don't unless you living hard out here in these streets. Black does not crack. Stop messing with the black. Now, if you are cracking, by all means, do what you feel like you must do. But if you ain't cracking, sis, stop messing with your face. Now, I don't have no problem with the weight loss surgery because, baby, if somebody will sponsor me, I want this stomach gone. But understand, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do nothing to my face. The skin is tight and right, and the black ain't cracking. I don't need no big lips. Okay, I don't need none of that. The my makeup artist can plump my lips up for me. Okay. I don't need all of that. Like y'all are doing the most. Absolutely the most. So just putting that out there. They were everybody seems to think Erica's wrong and bitter. I just think, y'all shouldn't have been fighting at the event. That's what I feel like. But it is what it is. But I did bank quite a bit of money. That's where we are in life. Love and hip hop. People have that in mind. Atlanta comes on Tuesdays. They said Miami aired the first episode. That may be what I watch tonight because I want to see Safari get these babies, these Rolexes, the twins, the Rolexes. That Erica was upset about. Oh, help, Father. Okay. Do we have anything else, Wendy? You got anything that you want to share with the public?
don't know really.
Okay. Well, I don't know what's in your background. I hope it don't get cut out of it don't cut out video. Cause know what you playing in the background. Oh yeah.
It's the weakest link.
Oh, okay. Um, I think I'm gonna go watch Ballers though for real because The Rock. Um, y'all make sure y'all follow us, check us out. Definitely not doing a Sunday episode because this whole weekend I'm gonna be booked and busy. So Monday we will be back here at 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock. Yeah, because I am bartending Friday and Saturday, and Sunday we got reggae Sunday. Y'all make sure y'all come out if y'all in the Memphis or surrounding areas. We got Memphis Reggae 901 that is taking place at Minglewood Hall. So make sure y'all come. We're gonna be outside and inside. We're gonna be turning up to some reggae music. So make sure y'all come on out. They're gonna be doing the jerk chicken too. So make sure y'all come because their jerk chicken is fire. So make sure y'all come. I think it's $10 in advance, 15 at the door. Go to Memphis Reggae 901 to get your tickets today, so you can be outside with us. That's all I got, man. You got anything? You got some sales coming up? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing that now. Next week I will talk about it.
Okay, cool beans. Well, we
Yeah.
can't wait. We can't wait to share it. Y'all, we out. We finna go because I'm finna get in the bed and curl up
I'm about to take a shower so I can get in the
and,
bed.
and pretend like The Rock and I are laying in the bed together. I'm just saying, I'm gonna watch him. He's sexy on this show, baby. Let me tell you something. The charisma and the listen. Go watch Ballers. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. You're
But
gonna
it's
see what I'm
still
talking about.
the rock.
Yes, The Rock. That
Hold
man
on.
fine.
Yes,
Dwayne is
sir.
fine. Stop. Dwayne is fine. Don't do Dwayne like that. Hi, Josh.
All right, no night. Okay, good night.
Yeah, Dwayne is fine. I don't care what nobody
No,
says.
he is not.
He is Dwayne fine.
He
Don't be
looks
don't be
like,
doing me. He
oh
fine.
gosh, he is so not fine.
He is
What
fine.
makes him fine? His muscles?
No,
I'm just trying.
let me tell you something. When he was a wrestler, baby, I wanted to smell what the Rock was cooking. I ain't even playing with you, okay?
I did not.
I did, baby. He pulled out that tongue and did that. Oh! I'm sorry. Oh,
I cannot
baby, I
with
wanted
you.
to. Yes, Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Yes, they canceled his show. I wish
It
they
wasn't
had.
getting any ratings.
Well, so I wish they had kept Keenan. They kept the Rock. I think they kept the Rock show on longer. Let me say this because of who he is. Because I couldn't really get into it. I watched it because that's who I am. I'm gonna give you a chance, but I couldn't really get into it at all. I couldn't. Um, but yeah, I like The Rock. He's fine to me. He got to be fine to you. He's fine. Okay, Dwayne. Um. So yeah, here we are. I'm gonna go to sleep. You're gonna go to sleep. Bye, guys. We'll see y'all next week.
Oh, God.